Hello, everyone.
Hi,
My name is Alina, and
and Abby.
and we work for the Museum of Brands. So the museum is a small independent museum, and it's actually a private collection, and it was all set up by one man called Robert Opie. So Robert is the founder of the museum, and he started collecting when he was only 16 years old in 1963. So ever since that time, Robert has been collecting all kinds of historic and rare packaging and holding on to everything he finds. So essentially, now he has a collection of more than 15,000 objects from the Victorian times to modern days. And this is what we show at the Museum of Brands. And today we're going to talk about soaps and the history of soaps and how they are different in different times. The first object we're going to be talking about is, I'm going to show you. It looks like this, and it's called Lifebuoy soap.
So this is actually a brand of carbolic soap from the Victorian era. So it's been around a very long time, which is why it has a smell that is recognizable to quite a lot of people.
Mm.
Do you think it smells like, Alina? What do you make of that?
Well, as you said, it's carbolic soap, and I think a lot of people might have some sort of a memory of what carbolic soap smells like. If I take it out, it's quite distinctive. It's very red, and I think that's very common for carbolic soaps. Although people tell me that there used to be a laundry soap in the 1940s and 50s that was green as well, but most of the soaps are red. I don't particularly like the smell. It's a very, very strong, almost like a medicinal, like a very intense smell of clean. It smells like a hospital to me.
Yeah, I think it was widely used in places like hospitals, schools, the sorts of settings where it was really important to be clean. And it's funny that you say you don't really like the smell, because I've actually heard it's been described as like the Marmite of smells. So for me, I quite like the smell. But yeah, some people can't stand it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's watch a little clip from a Lifebuoy advert, which tells a tiny bit about the history of the soap.
Right from the start, Lifebuoy was a soap on a mission to make cleanliness commonplace and spread the message that regular hand washing with soap is a life-saving habit. When it was launched in 1894, infectious diseases were the #1 cause of death. Lifebuoy was Unilever's answer, an antibacterial soap that killed germs and was affordable to everyone. Ever since, Lifebuoy has stepped in whenever it was needed the most. When the 1918 flu pandemic hit, Lifebuoy soap was available on a mass scale. In the 1920s, it launched school programs to teach children and families the importance of hand washing. And during World War II, Lifebuoy helped families across the country to stay clean by providing free mobile baths of hot water, soap and towels for people who lost their homes.
So as it kind of mentioned in that commercial, it was a soap that was really important in the 1981 flu pandemic. And it's actually making a bit of a comeback at the moment while we go through the coronavirus pandemic, and keeping clean is so important.
That's so interesting to me. Okay, let's look at another soap. And for the ones who don't remember Lifebuoy, this is, I would assume, familiar to quite a lot of people. So I'm just going to play the adverts and let's go.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with F.
Oh, you mean my fairy liquid?
Do you like it?
Oh, yes,
Why?
because it's specially soft on my hands.
Soft as can be.
That's right. Very, very soft. Fairy liquid makes lots of these soft suds to get all the tea things clean, you see.
You spy something now.
All right. I spy with my little eye something beginning with H.
Hands.
Now hands that do dishes can feel soft as your face with mild green fairy liquid.
Okay, so Abby, what did you think of the advert?
Yeah, it's very interesting that it has this really strong emphasis on being gentle on your hands and making your hands soft, which is quite unusual for a traditional household product.
I think that was the selling point for quite a long time. So Fairy Liquid came out in 1960, and apparently at the time it was quite revolutionary because it didn't make your hands really coarse and sort of hard. It kept your hands soft. I guess that's the reason why it was really advertised for mothers, because the idea was that mothers will want to have soft hands so that when they're touching their children, when they're taking care of their baby, they would have soft hands for them.
But I also found out that it's actually got a seal of approval from the British Skin Foundation. So it's kind of that's like a kind of unique selling point for it as well, that it does actually make your hands soft. It's not just kind of an advertising line they go with.
Okay, well that's good to know. In a similar sort of vein, we have another advert from 1960s, and we're gonna watch it now.
From Lever House in New York City comes the greatest skincare discovery of our time. Its name is Dove. This amazing new bath and toilet bar is actually 1/4 cleansing cream. Every bar of new Dove is 1/4 cleansing cream. Ordinary soap dries your skin, but Dove creams your skin while you wash.
Make this simple test. Wash 1/2 of your face with soap, any soap. Rinse thoroughly, and then notice how dry your skin feels after using soap. Now wash the other 1/2 of your face with amazing new Dove. No after feeling of dryness now. Your skin has a velvety, just creamed feeling.
That's because Dove creams your skin while you wash. Lever Brothers guarantees that Dove is better for your skin than any soap or your money back. Dove creams your skin while you wash.
Okay, great. So the punchline in that advert was Dove creams your face, which is a little bit strange, but quite similar to the Fairy Liquid, this idea of having soft skin. But in this case, Dove is actually a female beauty product rather than a kind of household cleaning product. I don't know, Alina, do you think that different soaps actually feel different? Do you think that Dove can have like a unique creaminess?
I don't know. I think soaps must have changed quite a bit since that was like the unique selling point of Dove. So I think there is some truth to it, but I have to say that this lady, when she's washing a part of her face and feeling really not happy about it, and then she's creaming the other side of her face and it's not affecting her makeup whatsoever, but now she's very happy, it does seem slightly exaggerated. But I would say that it is probably true.
Yeah, definitely. And interestingly, I think this advert really shows us how much soaps did change over time, because Dove is also Lever Brothers brand, the same as Lifebuoy. But obviously this advert compared to the Lifebuoy advert shows that it's kind of a completely different age, completely different consumer base, and soap has become much more like a beauty product rather than something that's just about practically staying clean.
Okay, well, following from that, we have one more thing that we wanted to show you today, and I have one of them here with me. It's called Aquamanda, and it is a soap from, what do you think? Which decade do you think the soap might be from?
Well, I think with those colours, the kind of orange and brown, it really reminds me of the 70s.
Yes, I usually, when I talk about this with the people who come to the museum, so many people tell me that they used to have orange or brown wallpaper with similar sorts of sofas. As you may be able to tell from the packaging, it smells like orange blossom. So it's a very kind of like a sweet, almost like a perfumed scent, which I can I can see how when I was 14 I probably would have loved it, but for me at the moment it's maybe a tiny bit too sweet. Do you have any scents, any perfumes or smells that you remember really vividly from your teenage years?
Yeah, I do actually. I remember at school, all the girls had something called Impulse body spray, which wasn't really like a perfume or like a kind of spray, and it was like really almost like sickly sweet. And that was the cool thing to have. Everyone would have it in their school bag and put it on when the teachers weren't looking. But I think if I smelt it now, I wouldn't find it quite as appealing as I did when I was 15. That's all we've got for you guys today. But before we go, we'd like to challenge you all to tell us a bit more about some of the soaps that you have in your house. What kind of products do you have? What do they smell like? What do you particularly like about them? Maybe there's something that you've been buying consistently for a long time, or something with a packaging that particularly appeals to you. So if you can go off and find something in your house, send us a photo or a video of your favorite soap and we'll share it on our social media to keep the conversation going.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been such fun to look at old adverts with you, and hopefully we'll see you at the museum sometime. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.